Welcome back to the Don't Judge Me Podcast. Here today with Sir Nygel, House of the Wave Files from the Dark Gray Triad. Always looking left because I'm not right. But you know what is right? America, because 4th of July, I think, is next weekend. And speaking of bombshells, fireworks, my co-host.
Pew, 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 pew. J. Del Negro, everybody. Round of applause. There's a silent round of applause. Sir Nygel is actually clapping and moving his hands in the circle right now.
Yeah.
Teamwork to make the dream work.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, thank you all for listening to us here at the Don't Judge Me Podcast. We understand it is absolutely your pleasure to make our acquaintance. Since you're listening to the sound of our voices right now, that lets me know that you at least partially appreciate us. But you can do the entire world a big favor by letting them know how much you appreciate us by doing one of three things. Send us an email, leave a voicemail, or reach out to Sir Nygel via WhatsApp. Email address is don'tjudgepod@gmail.com. Our phone number is 410-834-1562. You dial 832, you're probably going to end up calling somebody's Nana.
Mm-hmm.
She's not going to be too pleased.
Remember those old school hotlines? Remember that shit?
I had a friend back in the day, young lady, she was attractive. She would get on the hotline all the time.
Word. Okay.
Because to be a woman on there, you would get all the attention.
Yeah.
Everybody will want to talk to you.
Yeah. No,
but I guess she's kind of lonely in real life.
Probably.
But anyway, 410-834-1562 or hit Sir Nygel with the Don't Judge Me Podcast on WhatsApp. After we get that, what we'll then do is incorporate anything you said and or wrote in on a future episode of the show, but just be aware, I'm going to judge you accordingly because that's what we're here for. Just want to let you know one thing in advance. Again, thank you for joining us in Judgment because we shall proceed to continue to judge in life.
Yeah, so we're going to try kind of same energy as 2 weeks ago. Where I'm going to throw out kind of scenarios, topics, get a little crazy in it. And Jay is going to pick the category in which he feels it falls under. No right or wrong answers. And hopefully y'all have fun. I'm going to start off. Article reads, Chinese university, and mind you, I'll make sure I say this. This is not the views and reflections of the Don't Judge Me Podcast.
Except they are.
Yeah, probably.
They are.
Chinese university fires man who said women's staff use children to avoid work, are constantly calling off, take care of the kids and whatnot. And they should give sex in their salaries to their male colleagues because they have to pick up the work when they're not in the office.
Wait a minute. So he basically said, ladies make babies so they don't have to do work. And because they make babies, they should instead pay us with poontang
and their money.
And money.
And money. So, my kid's sick. I got to go leave. You know what's up. Give me that sloppy wop. And give me your check for the day because I got to cover your shift.
So this ain't shit. And he was fired, right?
Oh, yeah. The Chinese university was like, whoa, bro, what'd you say?
All right,
you know what year it is? Like you couldn't say that back in the day. You wildin'. You cancel for real.
Like I wonder what the actual repressed issue is that bubbled up that caused him to have that outburst. Because that's not just something.
No, that's just not a random
something happened some time ago, and he's been harboring that ever since.
I bet you it probably was somebody that he had a crush on, was going above and beyond to help her out. She probably got a promotion over him, even though he was doing a lot of the work, and he just got scorned because she probably used him. She probably was a baddie, maybe. Who knows? And then since then, it was like, man, I'm doing all this extra work. Hey, at least you give me some sloppy top or, let me rearrange their guts or something.
You know what it was? Baddie at work, that scenario. However, she didn't know he existed, and he was doing things like putting his coat down over puddles, and she wasn't even walking in that direction. He was like holding the elevator for her, and she was just catching the other elevator instead. You know what I mean? Opening the door, and she wouldn't even look his way. it was something to that regard where the woman didn't know he even existed because she had a pretty good life.
Yeah.
And he envisioned a pretty good life with her.
Yeah, he probably was just staring at her all the time, like, you should have my baby.
Exactly. Exactly. He's just like, I'm good enough. She should give me the jum.
Yeah, she give me the jum
and her check, bitch.
Yeah. Yo, that's the thing that kills me. Like, I mean, like, even if you did feel that way, right, which is wrong, right? Now I'm just gonna make sure that's out there in the universe. Who do you? I mean, like, why would you say that to anyone at work? Like at work, like, I mean, not even like to your boys, right? Because I feel like even your boys be like, whoa, whoa. Bruh, like,
I'm telling
maybe we
you,
need to take you to a strip club or something.
I'm telling you, when you say things out loud, A, you hear them, and B, when you're talking to someone, they can, they are a hopefully reasonable source of governance for you, where at least the perspective outside of your own is shared. But when motherfuckers go straight from their thoughts in their head to some written form, which I'm sure he wrote it in an email or something like that. And when it goes straight from your brain to some written form, like, it's always for the worst.
Yo, can you imagine that, getting the email? I was like, per my last email, I want the sloppy top.
Like I said, 20% of your wages in that butthole. Like,
yo, I need that brown starfish delivered. Crestfield, that shit. I mean, I'm sorry, Phillips Seafood, that shit.
Wow.
Let me get that junk right here. Wow. Because y'all, you keep calling off work, and I had to do your work. And he probably wasn't even much either. It probably was like, hey, do you mind updating the spreadsheet? And he probably just had to like change a number on the spreadsheet. And he was like, that's too much fucking work. You need to let me, taste that asshole.
What, do you know what industry this was in?
No, I have no idea. I assume it wasn't too crazy. It wasn't like, you're building a robot. Well, it might be. I mean,
this shit was probably like,
it probably was very basic.
Food.
Like, wait, you want me to call these 3 people? Let me explore your esophagus like the Magic School Bus and shit.
He was just making Chinese chalupas at Taco Bell or some shit like that.
Can you imagine, like, you want me to wrap these burritos? You better play with my burrito. Like, I don't understand. You need to give me your salary because you calling all because of your kids. That's unacceptable.
My guy was like, let me eat that chalupa, lady.
Yo,
give me that gordita.
That shit is wild.
An Asian accent.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine this is racist, whatever. Imagine going to, I don't know, Mexico, and the Hispanic people are talking Chinese.
That would fuck me up.
That would fuck you up. And
I even once in a while see like a white boy or like a black person speak like Mandarin or some shit, and I'm like, yo, bro, stop. That don't even seem like, it seemed like a subtitle or something.
Yeah, that's what I expect. When I thought I was like, there has to be subtitles under here because he's not supposed to be able to do that. Like, I need subtitles in real life when people of one nationality speak a different language.
And it's like clear too. Like, I remember there was a carry out like at Ennies, right? Like Benny's, Denny's, Vinny's, whatever. And there was this black guy, and he was African, but he spoke perfect Chinese, right? Like Mandarin. And it was like, it was something to watch. Like, you're there, and he's like coming to pick up the food because he's a delivery guy. And you just see him yelling at the chef, like, like, where is this? Where is that? And then you're just like, I'm like, am I watching the wrong show? Like, me turn the channel.
You want to tap him like, nigga, is you magical? Like, what the fuck is going on here?
It boggled my mind because, at that point, I guess I wasn't culture. I didn't really understand like the world and that people, I mean, like, you don't think about it, right? Because I'm like, well, how does this dude know another language like that? I mean, I could see Spanish maybe, but who learns Chinese or Mandarin? Like,
sidebar. I'm just looking at my desk. Last week, I got a package, USB female converter. So it's a USB-C. I'm sorry, okay. It's a Thunderbolt, whatever. It's an iPhone connector to USB-C converter, right? So okay. I can try to put an external hard drive on it. And it didn't work out, but the external hard drive is fine. I can use it on my laptop or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just looked at the packaging. Made in China, barcode, and it's got good luck written on it. Like, oh, they knew this shit wasn't gonna work. They was just like,
that's funny.
Good luck. How about that? So I've got 3, if you're listening out there and you're in need of USB-C to Thunderbolt or Firebolt, whatever the fuck it is, converters. I've got 3. I'll gladly send you one. Just reach out to me.
There probably is a way. Like I don't know what it would be, but maybe.
Nigga said, good luck.
Yeah.
How about that?
You know, it's also thing about ordering like sometimes like overseas, right? Because sometimes they just be like, yeah, we don't really give a fuck if it works or not. What are you gonna do? Return it? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like you got it for $1. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, you really gonna waste your time? No,
It's
you're
like,
not. You're gonna take that shit
there
and
are
put it
no
with the other cables you got. Like, shut up.
There's like there are no actual electrical components in here. It just looks like something.
Let me tell you. So I bought so you know, like Hulkbuster, like the Iron Man thing that where he was fighting the Hulk, like the big swole one.
Yeah.
So there was this like Amazon, it was one of those like Instagram, like you're like, oh, this is it. And it was $20. And I was like, yo, that's a hell of a good deal because the diecast joint be like 120. I'm gonna tell you, I got that joint. That joint was like a G.I. Joe. And I was like, yo, what is this? And I even messaged them. I was like, what is this? And they were like, you got something though, right? And I was like,
it came, right?
This ain't Chris. Like, what?
Like it
Straight
came
was just like, yo, you got something. You should be happy.
It came in 4 to 7 days, right? All right.
Like, I mean, you got something. You paid for something. You got something. Yeah. I feel like our transaction is done.
He was like, what do you think he's going to get for $20? Something worth it? No. Nigga, this is a prize at Dave and Buster's. Get the fuck out of my face. Block.
Yo, real shit. That's funny. Well, okay. So, article, make your own network. There's an article about this guy who essentially says, you want to make your own network? Knock on people's doors. Bring coffee. And introduce yourself and establish a network in different communities. And I was like, this person's not Black, because if I knocked on someone's door and was like, here's a coffee, I'd like to talk to you about what you do for a living.
All right,
I know you sound real, yo. Like,
this is gentle judgment, and I feel like this is how Jehovah's Witnesses operate. So, except they don't bring coffee, they bring awake brochures and watchtowers. So
but the thing is, the goal is to make it so that you can establish a network so you can use them later. So it's like, hey, what do you do for a living? Oh, that sounds interesting. Tell me about it. So that way I can, like, you're pretty much impromptu interviewing people, like not trying to sell them anything, but literally like, hey, tell me about what you do for a living and how I can get into that industry. And maybe we can make some connections. You can introduce me to some people.
Why not just throw a block party?
Actually, you know, it's funny. I saw this other one. I was going to put it on there, but this kind of reminds me. So this lady was like, neighbors are getting more ballsy, right? So this lady apparently moves into this community, and then she's putting these cards in people's mailboxes. Hi, my name is Nygel. I just moved into the neighborhood. I want to get to know all of you. I'm having something at my house next Saturday. Continuing on, I'll have paint, so bring your own brushes and rollers. I look forward to working with you as we get to know each other. I was like, this motherfucker doesn't invite you to a paint party?
No, I know where this is going.
They wanted them to paint the fucking apartment.
Paint the house. Yeah, paint the place.
I was like, yo, that's an interesting way of doing it, I will say. Like, I even was like, I'd first be like, I probably wouldn't even read the whole thing. I would show up and be like, oh, I got
oh, motherfucker. Did you at least buy pizza?
Yo.
And it better not be Papa John's, because that shit is trash.
Obama's be trying to be like, yo, I got the CC's. Boy, you're not going to make me work for...
Do they still exist? Is there still a CC's?
They probably, I mean, you can't tell me that the toppings cost anything, so they probably are thriving.
No, I think they do now. I think toppings cost a little bit too much now because, you know, inflation.
Yeah, I haven't seen that $5 commercial in a long time.
They can't afford to run ads. They broke.
Yeah, I know, right?
They got a dude outside.
We're gonna get real meat, or we're gonna advertise. I think we need to do real meat.
They got a sign twirler that they lease out to different CCs across the country. They got one sign. That's all they got in their marketing budget right now.
There's one guy who literally just has a Velcro thing. He just peels off who he's working for, like as just every other hour.
Just rotate him out. He got hired through a temp agency.
It's like like TV commercials, you know. It's like, oh, we're gonna have your advertisement in between the 10 and 11 block. Hey, no, I'm gonna swirl that shit between 10 and 11. And if you want prime time, rush hour time, you gotta pay a premium and shit.
Extra 50 cents an hour.
Yeah, I'm gonna be rotating that shit between 2 and 3 after lunch break and before supper. Like, damn, that don't cheap.
Well, a couple weeks ago, didn't a dude knock on your door trying to be your friend? No, he was trying to sell things.
He was trying to sell me
products he didn't have,
natural pest control
products he didn't have. Yeah,
they didn't have, and all the other jazz. And I'm like, yo, people just
nigga knocked on your door like, what y'all doing in here?
Huh. Yo, seriously. But I mean, like the fact that he even opens like, yo, you know, like Becky down the street. No,
he was networking.
Yeah,
he is the author of this article.
He was networking with bug spray
to case the houses that he was going to rob.
Yeah, but also
did you check your ring in your neighborhood to see if there were any break-ins?
I feel
like he did it. If there have been, he did it.
I will say the other day I saw like an ant and I was like, that motherfucker.
He left ants.
Yo, that motherfucker infested my house. Because I mean, like I say, he was saying like, yo, your house is infested. I'm like,
oh,
that's funny because I haven't
there's no way around it.
Yeah, I haven't seen any ants.
He was like, I know these things. It's
I
infested.
just know I'm a bug whisperer and shit. Like I'm part bug. My uncle's a bug.
His nickname was probably Junebug. That's who Junebug was.
It wasn't June yet, but he was ready. He was trying to get anticipation because this is his busiest month. You know what I'm saying?
Cookouts and shit.
Yeah, cookouts and all the other stuff.
Yeah, that's worthless information. So I would definitely classify that one as gentle judgment.
Okay. Another one. I think it's funny that the zoo will charge you money for animals that they stole.
Go on.
Because who the animals belong to? Like in theory, right? Like I mean, like if I see a lion, yoink, you want to see this lion? $20. Like you don't own that lion. You stole them. Them elephants stole them. Leopards, tigers, bears. Oh my. Oh dollar.
Can you steal if it doesn't belong to anyone though?
But that's the case. I could take other stuff.
I mean, that was the logic of white people for thousands of years. Right? But I would classify this as ain't shit because of the premise of how you actually populate a zoo is you start off stealing animals and then you put them in a cage and say, here, look at us, $20, and have a commemorative fan because it's hot outside, another $15. I mean, and then they make in zoos they make concession stands themed around the animals that are close. It'll be like the monkey cafe, and it's just like they serve you like bullshit hot dogs and
like banana shaped something.
Yeah, just chocolate dipped bananas, and it's just all over price. And yes, this ain't shit. You took from the earth and then decided to charge a fee for it.
I'd like a Harambe be like, I'm suing you for my likeness, dog. Remember that goat went to jail? I should be able to go to court and be like, look, I don't like the way you appropriated my bananas, dog. You need to cut me some slack. I need to get some of them proceeds. I need a bigger cage. My cave is fake. I need a real cave. Where my rocks at?
The thing about zoos, like, because there's zoos all over the planet. And then like if there's a natural disaster or like in the Ukraine, right? There were zoos in the Ukraine. They had to do something with those animals.
Yep. What
the fuck do you do with zoo animals that can't stay in the zoo anymore?
And they're not indigenous to the area either. You ever seen a lion and
I mean, zebras made it in PG for a little while. So yeah,
But I mean, that ain't natural.
It ain't. So
imagine like, you walking by Berry Farms and an elephant like I mean that's not an elephant, but it's like, I'm sorry, what are you doing here?
I mean that's the premise for Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. That's what's going on right now. They're just dinosaurs everywhere, and we've gotten used to it. I don't know, but like animals, right? In the zoo, you watch when the zoo fails. All right, we need to do something with these animals. That's why we got fucking Tiger King, because he be taking like old ass zoo animals and zoo tigers that just we can't do it anymore. We animals should seek litigation, like you said. Like there should be an attorney for animals.
Yeah.
If motherfucking a goat or sheep can be put in jail for killing a woman, then they need a legal defense fund. And
I'm gonna identify as an animal. Represent my people and sue. And come up.
You can absolutely do that.
I'm like, Disney, a Lion King, appropriation, bro. Give me my money. Give me that Disney money, bro.
Yo, you would
I
shut
like the way
Disney
you
down.
depicted my people.
That is
Sorry,
not
ain't that bad.
Look, right. It's like that is not how the hyenas would have acted in real life. That is,
and we don't be mating with our brothers and sisters because I mean I think with Simba and Nala are technically siblings, maybe cousins.
They do be mating with their
they
brothers
do?
and sisters.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's how they get
I ain't a lion yet.
You gotta do some research.
Apparently I need to come with a better defense with what I got right now.
Yeah, there should be a legal defense fund for animals. Absolutely. We should.
Using my likeness. Don't like it.
Yeah. So wow. I like it. I like where this is going. Fuck zoos.
Yep, fuck zoos. But I did have a scenario I wanted to just paint for you. We're talking about animals just being random, right? Yeah, the National Harbor, maybe with a lady friend. You guys, she somehow convinced you to do one of those, like, you know, those pedal duck boats jumps. You out there, it's hot. You don't really want to be there, but you know, you try and smang it later, maybe. You know what I'm saying? And then you're boating, you're paddling, and a fucking hippo shows up. What you mean, like? Oh,
you're dead. There's no way out of that. You're just gonna die.
Bye, bitch.
You're just gonna die. Like hippos are vicious. There's nothing that can stop a hippo.
No, I got longer legs. Hopefully I can pedal faster. You know what I'm saying? Nice seeing you. Nice knowing you.
Nigga, I don't know. Like I've seen videos of people, white people, of course, out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, some goddamn where, and they're on kayaks and shit. And then a whale would breach. And it's just like, I need to move. Like, I don't need to do this anymore.
No.
Like once you see something like that, it's like, I don't matter. I am an ant in this world. I am never coming out here to do this again.
The fact they even be out there and you don't see land, that's the problem with me, right? Like, you know how far you got to be out for not to see land? And you still got to make your way back. Like, bro, I'm gonna tell you right now. I mean, I might not be the most in shape. I can walk a good distance, but I mean, like, I don't see land. I don't see it. Like, bro, I don't have that much energy. I don't have that much time. Like, what the fuck? You left at like 7 a.m. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. A fucking whale just breached the water. You got a squid tickling your butt. And then it's like, I still gotta go home.
Yeah, that shit's wild. Animals and people, we shouldn't always be in the same spaces.
No. Especially with like the water the way it is nowadays, you probably likely to be swimming in the ooze, right? And become a teenager with a Ninja Turtle.
I mean, every time you jump into the ocean, you are basically in a fish orgy. You know what I mean? Like the beach, it's just all kinds of.
Because that's the reason why, I don't know how factual this is, but this is the reason why it's like salt water, because a whale's semen just be jizzing in that jump. And I was like, that's gross. If it is, I don't know if it's true or not. But
tell that nigga to eat some pineapples, because sometimes that should be real.
Can you imagine if you get in the ocean and that fucking smelled like pineapples, yo? That'd be fucking gross.
Yeah.
Like, yo, that whale was smanging. He knew it was up.
He was just laying it down.
Maybe the female whale was taking care of the kids, and they got arrangement in the SeaWorld. Aquaman approved it. That was HR right there.
All right.
Yeah, get a little weird.
Job perks for whales. I get it.
So, you know, FDA, this is gonna be not necessarily the greatest one. FDA, right? Federal Drug Administration, maybe Food Drug Administration, right? They do a lot of stuff. Make sure you're eating healthy out there in these streets. Well, they want to nix the word milk from almond milk.
I mean, they are kind of milking the almonds, though.
Maybe
they are, because what they're doing is like soaking the almonds and then pressing the almonds, and then the discharge is what becomes the milk.
Isn't that just like cold brew?
Like almond cold brew. All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's just. I mean, it's not. I mean, I guess
it's espresso, almond espresso.
That's like me, right? Like me soaking a towel, squeezing it out.
You milk the towel,
and then calling it towel milk.
You milk the towel. You squeezed it out, so that's where the milk comes from.
Squeezed milk, Nygel flavor. Gross.
This is definitely gentle judgment. I know. I know they're doing this because like dairy farmers don't have the same profit margins that they used to with all the different types of milk. So if you go into a grocery store and it's just labeled as oat or almond or cashew or whatever the fuck substitute for milk that could be, or they'll probably call it cashew milk substitute or cashew.
Probably gonna be like a milk with a Y or some shit, like
like vegan food, chicken without it, the K,
or like crab with a K. You know, like that ain't real crab.
It's silly. People's going to buy what they like. Like, it doesn't matter if you remove the word or not. Like, and considering how language works, anything you can make. I mean, anyways, you can make any word mean any goddamn thing and fit whatever needs you want it to fit right now. It doesn't really matter. So, almond milk that shit up. FDA.
Yeah, one of my best friends told me, like, she was like, "Yeah, man, I get a drink from Starbucks with oat milk," and I was like, "I'm sorry, what?" I'm like, I didn't know. It was like, wait, they releasing new milks? Like, I didn't know they had new milks
all the time. If you can soak it and squeeze it, it can be a milk. That should be the brand. That should be Nygel Milk's tagline. If you can soak it and squeeze it, it's a milk.
We got it.
Got all the electrolytes. We just squirt some electrolytes in there after we. Done. It wouldn't be
one of those moments that Jay has now made me feel uncomfortable because, bruh, dirty draw flavor, like swamp ass, delicious,
delicious
swamp ass milk.
If you can soak it and squeeze it, there we go.
Yeah, that's wild. Okay, well, speaking of gross, Kim K says she thought about eating poop to look younger.
Is there a quote? Because I'm not. This would be ain't shit. But is there a quote? Because I'm not. Is this a real thing?
Yeah, it is a real thing. She apparently did an interview and was just like, where are some of the craziest things? She was like, I mean, I would consider eating poop if it made me look younger.
Oh, she was just being like extreme.
Yeah, okay. But I mean,
it wasn't like it was a regimen that existed and she looked.
No. But it was more so like I would go to that extreme to maintain my, which I get it, in some aspects, because I not poop, but I've done some extremes, saying, as far as like, what my brother calls as a jail diet, saying, stuff like
that. What's a jail diet? Like ramen noodles and tuna fish?
A can of tuna a day. Like very like, wait, that's all you eat? Like, yeah. That's what I'm consuming. It'd be like tuna, a can, like maybe 2 cans of tuna or 1 can of tuna and like water. And he was like, so you in jail? Like, I mean, what's going on? And I'm like, and he's like, man, that's not enough. That's not enough for anybody. Like
your celly take your commissary? Like what's happening here?
Bro, like, yo, I got this Costco drink, $10. I got enough for 2 weeks.
I got 35 cans of tuna for $10. I'm good for the month.
I'm good. I might add some mustard in there and those, like not even like a sandwich. Just throw a dabble of mustard into the tuna, and then like my meat log. Remember my meat log?
I recall the meat log, but that was a lot more than tuna.
Yeah. But it was just meat. So yeah, simple instructions, simple cooking by Nygel. Come by, get some of this new Nygel milk. Maybe not.
Nygel milk with meat log. Like, yo, that's on the IKEA menu.
Yeah.
Go to the food court. Nygel milk. It's Swedish, so whatever.
Yeah, oh boy, gross. But where does it go?
Oh, that is ain't shit because she's talking about eating shit. But like they will do what it takes to remain in the public spectrum. Oh, yeah. So her saying that under those pretenses makes sense. I don't think she would actually do it out loud.
Yeah.
So notice I added the word out loud.
Yeah. It would definitely be one of those, like, she's like in a basement, like in a bathroom, just like, I gotta look young.
And she would have to like blindfold everybody who's participating in it, like who prepared the poo. They don't know who the customer is, and they must leave the room. Like they have a job. Their job is just to open the door, then they leave. And then the other person is to like guide her in, but he's blindfolded and she can see, then he leaves. And then the other person is to put the plate down, then he leaves. Then there's another person to lift the lid, then they leave. And they all leave at different directions at different moments.
All of them have different parts in this grand scheme. Like those like secret like bond drinks where it's like you lead them to a certain point and then they leave somewhere else. So it's like, well, where are they going? It's like, I don't know. I just did my part.
I just did my part. Yeah, that's
so
the only way it happens.
Well, what was she eating? I don't know. I just walked her to the room. I don't even know what she's consuming. You know, the wild part is, and this is what the one thought that came to my mind, well, different races produce different flavors.
Nigga said flavors.
If they
wow.
If they ate the same stuff. Now, given I know if you eat some, jalapenos, your shit's gonna be spicy. But let's just say you get the same meal, right? To a white person, black person, Spanish person, Indian person. You think there's gonna be some twang on that?
Not because of their race, but because of their diet, period. Because, shit is compacted that's been in you for sometimes over a year. So, you picking up particles and flecks of other pieces of bile and not just like that meal they ate before. So just like we tell the whales, tell them to drink some pineapple juice. There's a special service happening because, like, imagine being the person that takes the dump. Like, what are you, two parts. Imagine being the person that takes the dump that's going to be eaten. Imagine being the collector of the dump.
Oh,
because like, am I dumping on a plate? Am I dumping in a bowl, like a 5-gallon bucket? Like where is this poo going? And then it has to be scooped and then presented in a way.
Clearly, it was like some leaves and
what if they garnish that motherfuckers and then they like you get you go to a steakhouse or someplace, or you go to brunch and you get hollandaise sauce, and then they take the spoon, right, and then they against the plate so that it's just like you see a little bit of plate and then it's spread out a little bit and it's just like a paste, like a
staining the porcelain plate.
What is it called? Like not a mousse. I can't remember what it's called, but what is the presentation?
Garnish or something crazy.
Garnish some julienne carrots and celery, presented in a way. Or what if it's drizzled over? I don't know.
That'd be fucking disgusting. That means you had to blend it or something. Like something had to be processed. Like you have to throw away
everything that's used to make this. Like even if this was an actual place where you can get this done and this is what they specialized in, like,
so you're saying not to wash it. I mean, this is the poop blender. Like you're saying throw it away every time?
Throw it away, because like I would imagine that they wouldn't want their poop contaminated with other older poop. So it's just like it's not
like oil, right? Like
it ain't gonna add no.
Just fried fish.
Yeah. Like it's just it is way too much involved that I'm thinking about with eating poop.
I was about to ask you, gun to the head. What's your request? Gun to head. I'll start. Gun to head. I'm doing. It's got to be a female. I like them. I would like them legal and young. I feel like eating a kid's poop is weird. Because you mentioned a good thing about the older you get, the more shit you got going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like a young, healthy female, white maybe. Actually, I don't know. I feel like with a girl with a big booty, right? I feel like that's filtered. I feel like it's cleaner poop.
I was thinking like I could express my thoughts and ideas in terms of it just being like this hypothetical thing, but then you said gun to head, and I was just like, I gotta eat shit. I'm just like panicking on the inside.
Now it's like I don't want this.
I don't want this. No. Like, so yeah, you just gonna have to shoot me at this point. I'm dead.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny. There was this video, and I don't know what context it was, but it was like this two robbers run into this house, right? And they had the gun to the mom's head, right? And it's like, yo, pick one of your sons to die, or you get it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so then the mom is like, shoot like Timmy, right? So then the robbers take their helmet, their mask off, and it's like, do what you want with this information, and just left. And I was like, oh my God. Like shit.
She loves you less, Timmy.
Yeah, like Timmy, you are the least favorite. Like she decided to kill you, and so then the mom's face is just like, oh my God, and it's like you fucked up. And I'm like, yo, that's such a crazy scenario. You're just gonna be like, yo, all right, goodbye.
What's the bigger crime? the break-in and holding people hostage, or mom deciding it's going to be Timmy?
I think the mom.
Think so too.
I think so.
Mom's
I think
trash.
honestly, like, you just take me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna make that decision.
I'm
right
not
here.
gonna make the decision, and we're just gonna fight.
Yeah,
like it's just like
I'd rather try. Like, I mean, you're not gonna get, even if I did have a favorite, you're not gonna have me admit it out loud. It's like the same thing about that dude with the women should just give me some dome and their salaries. That's gonna go with me to the grave. Which one's your favorite? Kill me. Like, you're not gonna get me to say that shit. Because I mean, yes. And they were like, young
which one's
too.
Your favorite?
Like, that's, you know, Christmases and shit that is. Bruh, you ain't never gonna get him to forget that shit. Nope. Kill me. I'm gonna fight you right here. Shoot me.
Yeah, we're just gonna duke it out. Which one's your favorite? Yes. And then, you know, MMA style. We're just gonna
me, bitch. Haga. These hands. That's who my favorite is. Yo, wildin'. But you know who is wildin'? This guy. I'm curious to hear what you guys say about this. So I'm looking to potentially get something done to my house. I'm looking around, trying to get estimates, and come across this one gentleman. $2,000 for me just to come out. However, it goes towards the job if you decide to move forward with me. Now, my thought is, well, how did he come up with some crazy ass number, right? Like, hey, I need you to cut some branches. All right, well, it's $2,000 for me to come out. Cool. All right, cut that one branch, $100,000. Nah, I'm good. I'm not gonna do that. Well, thank you for your business, and leave.
Yeah, for him, it's a model to ensure he gets paid regardless of what he does.
I know.
For the consumer, though, that's a wasted effort. There's no proof. There's no proof of concept or anything. Like there's nothing that he could deliver within that first meeting.
No,
that's worth $2,000.
No,
nothing.
No,
he ain't shit. And whoever agreed to that should be judged accordingly, because that is there's nothing he can do. Like, I don't fucking care if he was like the ghost of Versace and he was coming through to look at your closet and tell you it's all trash. $2,000. Like, what? And then the job is always going to be more than $2,000, regardless if it's like the fair rate price. Like,
but that's what my thing is. It's like, well, you know, like, what's stopping you from just going to the, you know, balls to the wall at that point? Like, I already got you to pay $2,000 just for me to come see you, right? Like, I could throw out a crazy number. If you say no, I get to keep the money, and that's a day's worth of work, and not even a day, probably an hour's worth of work for $2,000.
Yeah, like plumbers and like roof people do roofing. Like, they might try shit like $300. They don't tell you that up front, but they'll be generic and bland as hell without any specifics about your conditions. But the moment you go to ask, like, hey, can we look at my roof? That's when they're like, I could, but that's a $300 consultation fee. I was just coming out to explain like what we do as a company.
Yeah.
Now, if you want me to look at your specific situation, there's a consultation fee that is then added towards the bill. But $2,000 is just like, nah, Sway.
Yo,
I'm going to have to kill you.
Yo, bro, you better give you better have this is my image. You know, you ever seen those montages in like wedding movies where like they get the champagne and like they get to try on different outfits and shit, like for the woman, you know, in the scenario. My consultation better have it where you come up fucking one of those old school red carpet, like, you know, like he throws a fucking wheel and it just like rolls up the drive, one of them junks. He greets you and like in one of those like chariots or something, where it's like 4 dudes on each of the drink on the shoulder, walking you around the house as he's walking you through this scenario, right? Then you have someone feeding you grapes and champagne, right? And then he's like, yeah, this is what we can do with your situation. That'd be an experience. Maybe even some dances or some shit. I'd maybe pay for that. Because that'd just be like, all right, this is an experience.
That would be glorious, but just the nigga to come out and tell you like you should put shingles on your house, that'll help insulate and aluminum siding, $2,000.
My best is like when you call somebody and it's like, hey, I think I got a mold issue in my basement. They come over and they're like, yep, you sure do.
Get a mold. Yep, that's that black mold.
But I didn't need you for that. I Googled that. I that's why I called you. Like you are in fact a mole person. Like that you should know. Or like
$1,000. What the fuck? No.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I mean, I guess it's like that adage, you know, that you could sell lemonade for $100 a cup. All you need is that one. If you get that one.
Yeah, I have to wonder what his business looks like. Is he even getting business? Is he even licensed in the area that he's promoting his $2,000 services? He was
like on, I think it was Thumbtack or Angie's List or some shit like that. So like, I guess he's doing something, but
he ain't licensed. He just was like, he thought it was Craigslist and some shit like that. He just threw his name out there for an ad, like whoever bites, whatever. I got $2,000.
Yeah, it don't matter.
I ain't got to call him back. I don't care about a bad rating. I got $2,000.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. You can call me if you want. But I guess also his phone don't ring. So if somebody does call, he's like, oh, bet $2,000. Because I mean, you ain't calling that joint unless you want to schedule.
No, you calling like, nigga, is you serious? Yeah. $2,000?
That's real money.
$2,000.
I got some crypto. Like, I don't know. That's funny. But okay, so next, 12 easy ways to upgrade store-bought donuts. And I'm like, why would you upgrade them? They're donuts. Like they're already yummy. So they go into this thing where they like cut them in half, add Nutella, sprinkle some shit on them. I'm like, wait, I gotta do extra work after I buy the donuts? Like, I'm like, who does this? And they even had this whole thing where like they're doing like, you know, I guess like Bloody Marys. So it's like, yeah, make some hot cocoa, cut it a certain way so that way you could decorate your cups. So I'm like, who does all that with donuts? I just get my little Krispy Kremes and, you know, put glaze all over my body because I mean it keeps fucking falling because it fucking crumbles. And then I make a mess out of myself. It's in my beard. And then I look in the mirror with disgust and then I go to sleep. Like, I don't know who's doing extra work.
12 easy, right? Ways.
It says easy. I mean,
12 easy ways.
Extra steps
to upgrade
store-bought
donuts that you've already bought from the store.
So you go to Safeway, you get your dozen, you know, like a chocolate-filled glazed donut, and now you're gonna come home and improve it.
So when you buy confectionates, they give you options. You may not have the option you want, particularly at this store, but you can always go somewhere else and get the option, whether you like sprinkles, glaze, cream-filled, jelly-filled, cake donuts, spongy, whatever. You can go get that. But you're telling me I can put in for overtime on store-bought donuts by doing more work with these donuts that I bought, but aren't quite up to snuff. I spent my money on not up to snuff donuts to turn around and have to do more with the donut.
Yeah, and buy more stuff. So you buy this 12 for 12 or like 13 for $12 or whatever donuts go for, right? Then you're like, all right, I need to hit the bakery aisle because I need to buy sprinkles, marshmallows, chocolate, and I said sprinkles maybe.
I need to bake my donut a donut. That's what the fuck I need to do. I need to make a donut for my donut that I can dress up. And then I need
to do more with my donut. And I think one of them was like, make it like into a bun for a burger. And I'm like, okay, this is some fat people shit right here. Like, I'm like, yo, all right, I'm not going to buy a Krispy Kreme, take it home, cut it, put Nutella on it, sprinkle it with some gumdrops and sprinkles, bake it, then make it like a base to a cookie. And I'm like, yo, that's no. Why am I doing all this extra? At that point, go to a donut shop and buy and
ask for the donuts that you want. Yeah, just go get what the fuck.
No, they were trying to
got a special order.
Like a Jack Daniel's glaze and put it on top of the donut. I'm like, first off, that's like $100 you just spent to upgrade a $12 donut.
So I'm gonna grade this one as gentle judgment only because I know the author of this blog post needed the work. So the word count was essential for him to get the $50 that he needed off of the page views. So this is bullshit. He's in a bad space. And this is just to help him get over the hump. However, the idea ain't shit. This is an ain't shit, worthless. Just go to the specialty donut shop and ask for the special dozen that you want. Pay that money for that service. But don't be
go over to somebody's house and they'd be like, yeah, I got some donuts. You want some? And I'd be like, oh, these are good. Where'd you get them from? Oh, I made them. Oh, you made them from scratch? No, I bought them and then I improved them.
Yes.
I need to leave.
Yes. Imagine going on a cutesy date with a young lady that you like. And she was like, let's go on a donut date. And then the donut date is she brings home a box of glazed Krispy Kremes and we're like, we're going to dress them up and just do all kinds of great things with them. And it's not simply putting on sprinkles. It's like doing all of those 12 things because she has a dozen. So she wants to do one of each for each donut. So one donut gets one of these special treatments. That's your date. Remixing donuts.
I feel like my two questions are you employed? Because I feel like that's just some bored people, that's some shit you do when you ain't got nothing else better going on. And who watching your kids right now? Because I feel like that's also something you do with kids, which is not a problem. You should do stuff to engage your children, creativity and stuff like that. But those are the two things that come to mind. If some girl was to be like, I did all this, I'd be like, all right, there may be flags here. Can't see them.
You know what would be impressive? If you could change that donut into a bagel. That would be the most impressive thing. That's just one of those, like, how the fuck did you do that? Tell me how'd you made this donut into a motherfucking bagel.
And then be like, all that icing is now cream cheese. And you'd be like, bitch, you're a magician.
Black magic. That is the only
that's black girl
remixing. Touche. That is the only remixing of donuts that I will allow here on the Don't Judge Me podcast, is changing a donut to a bagel. And I don't fucking like bagels, but if you can do that, I'm impressed.
I would be impressed. My first thought was like, marry me because we about to make some money because
exactly.
We could buy a like, I don't know how.
Go get the stale joints from Shoppers, the big oversized joints. And then you got oversized bagel.
Not only so you can do reverse too. You can turn bagels into donuts. I mean, you got the skill.
But bagels cost more than donuts. So the upfront cost for the donuts, you make more of a profit on the back end. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to think of it strategically. You know what I'm saying? Strategically.
I could agree with that.
I'm here to help plan businesses, y'all. Just call me the business guru, J. Del Negro.
Another article, and this is, I guess, just a statement. We can kind of go from there. 5 most dreaded words at work. What do you think they would be? I changed it to a question last minute.
Can I see you, please?
That's a good one. This article said, let's start a Google Doc.
Wow. Wow.
And I felt triggered because I was like, that's one of my, I hate Google. I love Google Docs. I like the collaborative like aspects, but I swear it becomes a crutch. Like, it's like, let's create another one. I'm like, don't we already have something? No, let's create another one. We need to create another folder. We need to create another file. We need to get another drive. Okay, chill out. Like, we don't need, no one's going to find this thing in 6 months. Like, but that was the name of it.
Yeah, I would have thought it would have been something like, can I see you in my office? That's 6 words, but I feel like
I get the vibe.
That's a lot more dreadful because it's just like, when you go in the office, they're going to pack your shit up when you turn your back, right?
Is your resume updated? Cause I don't know.
Oh man. What else could a boss say to you? It's one that a boss could say to me, and I'd just be like, fuck. I heard your podcast the other day.
Ooh.
Shit.
You know what I don't like? We're not coworkers, we're family. Like, no, we're not. Don't do that. Yeah, that's funny.
I looked at you as a friend. Nigga, we work together.
Yo.
We work
seriously
together.
I mean, I love one day just like kind of blow people's minds, right? Where it's like, yo, what'd you do this weekend? Man, let me tell you, I hit the strip club. I was being real ratchet, man. I did some disrespectful shit to somebody's daughter this weekend. And then I went, it's like, I was just expected okay. Like, that's all I wanted.
Maybe you got some boba. Saw a movie maybe.
Yeah, maybe you had some quinoa somewhere in there. I don't know what you was looking for, but I didn't expect you to actually tell me what you did.
Did not remember a boss. I probably told this story on the show before when I was working in retail. He was a district manager. So, he's over many stores, and he came in. He asked me, how you doing today? And my answer wasn't good. It was like, actually, having a problem with such and such. And he was like, good, great to hear. And he just went on about his business. And I was like, this nigga.
No, like, did not care.
Didn't give a fuck. He was just saying it to say it.
Let me tell you, I called somebody earlier today, and I was asking a question, and they were like, well, we'll send you some information pertaining to it in like a week. And I was like, well, I'm just kind of curious, and like, I looking forward to hearing what this kind of information is going to be, because I really want to kind of pursue some stuff with this. Like I said, it's going to be a week, and I was like, well, clearly you don't give a fuck, and I just like I just hung up. Like I was just like, I mean, like you didn't even like I didn't even finish what I was saying before. It was just like I said what I said. And I'm like, okay, well, clearly you don't give a fuck. And I literally said that and was like, you have a guy's day, and I hung up. And I was just like,
I am not here for the niceties. Let's just get to what we need to get to. I will try not to disrespect anyone doing their job, but if I feel like they're not doing their job, not blatant disrespect, but disregard, then steps up. Like I don't give, you don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck. All right, so this is where we at.
Yeah, and that's I literally was like, oh, clearly you don't give a shit, and I was just like, all right, well, I'm not gonna keep talking to you at this point because like I said, it literally was one of those things like cut me off, like just I guess, how you doing today? Well, good. I didn't even finish the fucking sentence.
I'm gonna make you aware that I was aware of what just happened when I was young in retail. No, that wouldn't have happened, but 42-year-old me, yeah, you're gonna hear. I don't care the conditions or the circumstances. Like I'm not going to sit for the disrespect, like, because again, like I'm not going to be blatantly disrespectful back towards you, but the disregard for whatever level of respect or courtesy I had, that's gone. We just going to get straight to the shits. Like you're not going to do me like that and think that's okay. Like I just want to remind you that I answered you and you cut me off. You can carry on whatever the fuck you want to talk about, but that just happened.
And I kind of went that way with telemarketers. I'm like, look, I'm trying to be respectful. I don't want to hang up on you because I know how that could mess up your day, right? Because I get hung up on all the time. I was like, I want to be respectful, but I'm letting you know that I'm not interested in the product that you're trying to sell me right now. So I'm going to hang up the phone. Well, I don't see why you want to get off the phone with me. You fucked up. Like, done. Because I was trying to be cordial and professional with you. Like, look, I respect your grind. I do. But nothing you say on this phone is going to cause me to buy your product or sign up for your product. I'm getting off the phone, and I'd rather not hang up on you so we can say our goodbyes right now. Well, we have some great deals.
Click.
Click. Like,
in a reversal of fortune, once this young lady I was dealing with, she was so business professional that we were having a disagreement, and I got to a point where I was just like, click, I'm not doing this anymore. So I hung up. She called me back and she was like, you could have at least told me you were going to hang up on me. I was like, no, that's not how it works when emotions are flaring. I am not giving you a warning, hey, I'm about to hang up on you. No, you can't hear me bang the phone down anymore, so I'm just going to let it go. Red button, I'm good.
Yeah, into that. Because even like I've tried to do like, look, I'm hanging up on you, I don't want to have this conversation anymore. And then it's like, then if you try to engage in that conversation, then it's like you're rude. And it's like, well, I tried to tell you.
No, eat it. Just be rude.
So now it's like,
just be rude.
I'm not even gonna do it. Because I mean, like, clearly you don't seem to want to hear what I have to say. I don't want to have this conversation.
It don't matter no more.
The phone. So you don't care about me. I don't care about you.
We got to get to the shits, and the shits is red button.
Yeah. My last, I guess, topic is something I thought was kind of interesting. Having a relationship soft launch.
Say it again. It broke up. Say it again.
A relationship soft launch.
Oh.
So let's say you're dating somebody new. Don't post them on your Instagram. Maybe post what you guys are doing. Maybe show their hand. Maybe a leg. Maybe the back of their back or something as you're riding a bicycle or a tandem bike. I don't know what the fuck people do anymore. But don't post them, because when you post them and something goes wrong, people want answers. So do a soft launch. Just show remnants of them. You going out, kind of get to know someone. And then after some time, maybe like a year, you do that selfie with them and make the world aware this is who I have been teasing along this journey of a year.
This was your idea?
No, fuck no. This is an article.
Oh.
I would look, you be lucky to make my page. I'll tell you that right now.
So the timer doesn't start from when you think it is as the couple, right? I'm a man, I'm in a relationship, and I'm doing a soft launch with my boo. So for a year, just trinkets, her fingernail, her eyelash on my sink, whatever I'm doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
That isn't the beginning of the relationship for the public. It always starts from the moment you post a pic together. Period. That's it. There's no soft launch. Like the moment they show up on your page, people have questions if they're interested. And then the moment they disappear, they have questions if they're interested. Like there's no workaround for that. You can't get through this. So I'm going to give this person gentle judgment because they're trying, but they don't realize it doesn't matter. Like it does. Either you're with them or you're not with them. And if people see glimpses or signs or whatever, they may have questions if they're interested, and you may have to answer them. You may not. The easier thing is just like Sir Nygel said, is don't put the motherfucker on your page. Done.
But and honestly, I don't post pictures of myself. So what makes you think you about to wind up on there? Like, it's all designed. I've done a 10-year-long con. Never post pictures of myself. So if I ever do date somebody, I'm like, why don't you post? I don't post pictures of myself. I've been doing it for 10 years on purpose.
Here's Jay Del Negro's dating advice tip.
Okay, new segment.
Don't ever ask for their social media handle. No, just carry on. Just carry on. Like, you enjoy them, keep enjoying them. You want to take a picture with them? Take a picture with them.
You're just not gonna enjoy
just
it, man.
Enjoy your whole life. Don't need the social media aspect of it.
Yeah.
Especially in the dating and relating or whatever. Like, don't need it. If you want to showcase them, do that. But you don't need to have legitimacy in the landscape of social media, because it doesn't matter.
It's almost like asking the number, right? How many people you been with?
Exactly.
You don't need to know.
Exactly.
What's your
That
Instagram?
Is exactly it.
You don't need to know that either.
That is exactly it.
I don't even know you like that. Like, I don't even let anyone follow me. Like, just because we smanging don't mean you need to follow me. Like, chill out.
I mean, once you add me as a contact, the social media apps are gonna tell you anyway. You may know this person. They are in your contacts list, and you want to add me.
Name Cornelius Leviticus.
Well, once you put the phone number in there, it doesn't matter, because then your phone number is probably tied into one of your social media accounts. But don't follow your.
Give them the Google Voice number.
or that go old school. Absolutely do that. Yeah, don't follow your significant other. Whatever. That shit's dumb. More trouble than it's worth.
No, usually it is. Usually it is. And especially too, like, then that's when you see and you be like, wait, you got 37 unread DMs and just all dicks or something. like, damn it. Oh, well, how many DMs you got? -2. Like, my mama. Mama sent me something.
Got a bot trying to send me to a website.
I got bots. That's negative.
That's all I got in my inbox.
It's a bot and a pyramid scheme.
or just or somebody trying to get you in with what is it? I was about to say FedEx. Foreign exchange markets and shit like that, and crypto. Or it was just like you said a couple episodes ago. They taking L's and you see it. Like you see her page, and it's just like
shooting shots and just getting shut down.
Or you see her page and she's got like 2 likes, and you're just like, what the no?
Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, whenever I see a young lady post a selfie and it's been up for like a day and I see it like less than 10, I'd be like, I'm gonna just give you this pity, like, because sorry, girl.
You could
like,
use the pick me up.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, you need to pick me up. Like, I don't like you, and I hope you don't think that, you know what I'm saying? But you need this like more than I need to keep it. So here you go. Good luck.
I mean, when you think about it, like, that impacts what you think of the person. So you see a young lady, great time, you hang out in real life, it's fine, everything's good. And then you see a social media and it's just like, yo, she's kind of like a bummer. Like, she's not winning in these streets. Like, that's impacting what you think about her.
Oh, of course.
Like,
I know right now, let's say, you know, I don't really go through people's phones because I don't want to know shit, right? Let's just say you see it, right? And it's like, hey, you looking good, what's up? You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of in between things. Like, maybe you just got off an argument, right? You guys was in a, break or whatever, right? And she's like, hey, you looking kind of cute, what's up? And you just see him respond back, ew. Like, I mean, like, ain't gonna fuck your head up. That will fuck your head up, yo. Then you gonna just look at it like, oh, you stank. Like, like you can't tell me you want to be like, yo, that's wifey right there. If you read, hey, what's up? I'm trying to shoot my shot. You know, girls usually don't shoot this shot. This girl is actually shooting her shot, and he hits her with the ill. Like, you gonna leave. You're not gonna want to even see her, yo. Is she gonna do something where you're like, yo, you breathe like that? Like, ill. I can see why he said ill. Like, you just gonna fuck your shit up.
If you're dating someone and they feel like an ill to you, then I see why you do a soft launch. Because it's just like, I'm trying to protect my brand.
Yo, I can't let people know I'm out here taming beasts and shit. You know, the zoo kidnaps people. I can't be having them thinking I'm the zoo and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's my new nickname for dudes that got like the ugly Gorgonite joint. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you a zoo.
Gorgonite?
Like, what?
A Gorgonite?
Like, oh, you a zoo, man. You out here kidnapping animals and charging people to see them.
Oh, shit. A Gorgonite.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
But yeah, man, that shit is wild, man. That shit is funny.
A Gorgonite. I know Gorgonite. It's from a cartoon, but still. I
think it was remember
something to do with rocks, but yo,
whatever. Yeah, it was
a fucking Gorgonite.
Yeah. But you hear the zing though, right? Like, you fucking Gorgonite. You like, God damn, she a Gorgonite though. But like, imagine right now, like, yo, man, I got this friend. What she look like? I mean, like a Gorgonite. Like, boy, I don't even want to see her. Ill. I'm good.
If they look like a Gorgonite, there is not going to be any like subtlety about them. Like, you can't post a picture of their hands. They look like they've been changing carburetors or some shit like that. If they're a Gorgonite, like that outfit.
You at the mechanic? Nah. yeah.
I'm at Fridays.
Why do you got mozzarella sticks at the mechanic's house? Why they got grease on their hand? What is you doing?
A Gorgonite.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
Soft launch for a Gorgonite.
Soft launch for a Gorgonite, yo. You know, you got ease them in. So that way you don't scare people either. You might lose some followers. They'll be like, oh, or you might get some. Oh, they got a chant. I know I'm better than a Gorgonite. At least I think I am.
Yeah. I think that'll work both ways. If you're dating a Gorgonite, that can work for or against you.
Mm-hmm. Well, you gotta get comments regardless, right? You're gonna have people be like, why are they with you? Then you're gonna have the other one where it's like, well, why are you with them?
If you post the couples photo and no one says y'all look so good together, or aren't y'all cute, or something celebrating the two of you together, I don't know if you should look at yourself or look at your date, but something ain't right.
Or get
something ain't right.
Yes. Or like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a celebration. Yeah, it's a celebration. That's a celebration of your coupledom. But
or you know what? We could just be toxic out here, right? Somebody posts a couple picture, ill. Just ill. And just prepare to be unfriended, right? Or you know what? You're probably going to start an argument, right? Because they're going to be like, who the fuck is that?
They should do that with the Don't Judge Me profile. Just go around and find a couple pictures and just
ill.
Ill.
Even like, let's say they're like, oh, Thaw's looking cute today. Might delete later. Ill.
Just EW.
Yeah, just
dropping EWs everywhere.
Lowercase too. Like, don't even emphasize.
Yes.
Just a real like ill. Not like I'm not excited about it or nothing. Just ill. Dot ill.
Dot. Yes. Ellipses. I got more to say, but it's not gonna work. Just ill. Just ill.
Ill.
Oh man.
Yeah. And then you could just do G night, right? And they think be like, good night? No, Gorgonite. Bitch. Like, Gorgonite. We're shorthanding that shit. Ill, good night. Okay. All right. Sure. That's funny.
Oh man,
yeah, I mean, that's it.
Nygel Milk and Gorgonites.
Yeah, Nygel. There you go. That's the title. Nygel Milk and Gorgonites, man. With a side of ill.
So with this being the end of this show, this is the beginning of me thanking you all yet again for joining us in Judgment. Remember, you can be a part of this illustrious podcast each and every episode that we air by doing one of these things. You can send us an email at don'tjudgepod@gmail.com. You can send us a voicemail or leave us a voicemail at 410-834-1562. And you can also hit Sir Nygel on the WhatsApp under Don't Judge Me Podcast. In closing, I'd just like to say, enjoy life. Do whatever you want with that life, just as long as you don't judge me for judging you.
Yeah, but I remind you guys about our Instagram and Twitter at Don't Judge Pod. Send some stuff. We love to judge. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get the first exclusive pre-order, or we might even have what's that startup stuff? Kickstart, you know what I'm saying?
Kickstarter.
For Nygel's milk, you know what I'm saying? We could make it happen. You know what I'm saying? You guys can help be on the groundwork of that delicious product.
Fund our dreams, y'all.
Fund our dreams. And you can find us at Don't Judge Pod. Definitely appreciate you guys, and looking forward to continue the wild and crazy ride that we're on.
I really just hope I spelled Gorgonites correctly.
Who knows? It's fluid, like Nygel milk.
Oh man. Peace out, slams.
Yeah.